Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This wide receiver matchup features two big targets who are also teammates in the Windy City. It's Brandon Marshall going up against Alshon Jeffrey. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
The first-year kicker from tiny Southern Oregon, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
Many wondered if the Eagles gave up way too much to get the #2 pick from Cleveland in order to draft Carson Wentz. But after his freshman campaign in the NFL, I think people believe they see positive signs from a big, strong-arm guy, an intelligent guy, and a really competitive player.
First carry for LeGarrette Blount. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run again with Blount. A spin. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to drop him for a loss of 4. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Selleck here, left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, in season number 14 now.
Had another nice season a year ago, his 6th 4,000-yard campaign, but even more importantly, got his Giants back into the playoffs with an 11-5 mark after 3 straight losing seasons.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Working from the gun, Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Shotgun now for Manning. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 15 yards there for number 15. Here's Manning to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. Both the Eagles and the Giants are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's roll the highlights. Eagles opening drive. Wentz is on target here, and he'll make it out to the 34-yard line. Eagles will go on to kick a field goal. Eagles have it later on the drive. Vernon's going to get the quarterback here. This goes for a loss of 4. Giants take over late in the second. Mills is able to zero in on the QB here. This goes for a loss of 4. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's send it back up to Brandon and Charles in Philly.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Manning. And he's got his rookie first rounder. It's Evan Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Again, they go to Perkins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From From the gun, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On second down, Perkins. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. To throw is Manning. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vinny Curry in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Manning now on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Now this trio that New York has compiled, Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, and of course Odell Beckham Jr., fits right into head coach Ben McAdoo's attack. They led the league in 3 wide receiver sets in 2016.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Manning. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. First throw of overtime for Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Wentz going to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wentz now on first down. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Blunt. There's the stiff arm. And now running right through it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Blunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On 1st down, Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This to win it in overtime. Online but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. On second down, here's Wentz. And he dumps it off to Blount. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go-around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
Here's Perkins on first down. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second down following the run. Working from the gun, Manning. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Throwing on first down is Manning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Three yards to go on second down. To throw is Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Manning. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Manning now on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. To throw again. Manning. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So it all comes down to a rookie kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This to win it in overtime. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and we will play on here in overtime. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Manning now on 1st down. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And it's a fumble. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it here with Blunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Carry for Blunt. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime, then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.